Good day, sir. I am Halija Ipolalan, BS in Criminology, Section Alpha. The Group 1 are assigned to recite the Article 1 to 10 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. So, we humans have the right to choose whatever we want. We have equal rights such as the right to choose religion, the right to express our opinions, freedom of speech, movement, thought, consciousness, religion, and the rights to have a private life. So, we have the right to choose anything since it is our own decision and it is our freedom. So, let's appreciate these rights.
Good day, sir. I'm Hani Jing Moro, and today I will discuss the Article 1. Article 1. Human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act toward one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Remember that right is a freedom of some kind, something to which you are entitled by the virtue of being human. It doesn't matter where we are born into. We are all born into this world and should be given the same opportunity and given a fair shot at a life we live.
Good day, sir. I am Hibdayan Anabao, and today I will recite the Article 1. Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act toward one another in the spirit of brotherhood. Human rights are the basic right and freedom that belong to every person in this world, from the birth until death. Human rights are recognized and protect the dignity of all beings.
Article 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration, without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty.
Example of this is like the eyepiece in Visayas, to be especially the Bajaus. Even though they are member of indigenous people, still they will receive the same rights and freedoms like everyone has, because we all know human rights is inalienable. Therefore, it cannot be taken from you no matter what.
Best example of this is during the 17th and 18th century, the black Americans became slave to white Americans because the white Americans thinks that the black Americans are lower to them. That's why they make the black Americans as their slave. And during back then, there are no laws that helps the black Americans to protect their rights and freedom. But now, during our current era, there are new laws that helps us protect our rights and freedom. Just like what Mr. FGM said, human rights are inalienable and it cannot be taken from you, regardless of your status, regardless of your race, whether you are American, black American, whether you are an African, or whether you are an Asian. And of course, regardless of your gender as well, whether you are a boy, whether you are a girl, a lesbian, or whether you are gay. Your rights is protected from you, and everyone will receive the same freedom regardless of which country you are in. And that is the new law, just like what I stated to the Article 2.
Good day, sir. I am J. Angeline J. De La Serna from BES 2 Alpha, reciting the Article 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. By using contemporary technologies like drones in armed combat, it was asserted that it is our responsibility to protect, uphold, and guarantee the right to life. Most recent international and regional human rights agreements include the right to liberty and security. As expressed in Article 9, the UDHR, no one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, imprisonment, or exile.
Good day, sir. I'm Olivia Grace Uso, BS Criminology from Section Alpha, reciting the Article 3. Article 3, everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security for person. Each and every person is entitled to a certain set of rights, known as human rights, no matter what case, creed, gender, or economic level a person may belong to. They are endowed with certain rights by nature. Making sure that everyone is treated fairly depends heavily on human rights. They are actually necessary for a high standard of living worldwide. Human rights can be roughly constructed as a collection of the fundamental rights that people from all over the world have agreed are crucial. They are include the rights to life, to fair trial, to be free from torture and other human treatment, to freedom of speech or religion, as well as the right to health, education, and living standard that is acceptable.
Article 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. For example, International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. State parties on the covenant must inform other state parties of the provisions from which they have derogated and the reason for it, with a further communication on the date of termination.
Good day, everyone. I am Riza J. Pamat, Bachelor of Science in Criminology 2 Alpha, reciting the Article 4. Article 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Article 4 protects your right not to be held in slavery or servitude or made to do forced labor. Slavery is when someone actually owns your life, peace, property. Example, human trafficking and slavery. Adults and children can be trafficked, all enslaved and forced to sell their bodies for sex. That's all for today's. Thank you.
Article 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Slavery was the first issue involving human rights to garner widespread international attention, and it still exists today. Slavery-like practices are also still a serious and ongoing issue. In addition to conventional slavery, forced labor, day bondage, serfdom, child labor in slavery or slavery-like situations, domestic servitude, sexual enslavement, and servile marriage are also included in the mandate on modern forms of slavery.
Good day, sir. I am Jubert Ticlamaringo from BC2 Alpha, reciting the Article number 5. Article number 5 states that no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment or punishment. This article states that every person have rights to secure their safety when it comes committing a crime or arrested by public officers. The person shall have a fair treatment from any offenses, not to torture him.
Good day, sir. My name is Wilmar A. Comentador from BSC2 Alpha, reciting the Article number 5. Article number 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment or punishment. This article refers to us as an individual have a right to secure safety and equal treatment. When it comes to violating a crime, there is some offense charged to those person who committed crime, not in a way to punish the person such as torture.
Good day, sir. I'm Edgar Dunyay Salandron, BSc 2 Alpha, reciting the article number 6. Article number 6 says that everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. So, which means all are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law.
Morning, sir. I am Alden Adap, BS in Criminology, Section Alpha, reciting the article number 6. Article number 6 stated that everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. It means wherever I go, my rights as a person should be respected and treated well, and discrimination must be avoided with regards to color, sex, race, religions, and status of life.
Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement to such discrimination. Article 7 says that the law is the same for everyone and must treat everyone in all these categories fairly. The term all persons are equal before the law means that all the citizens, regardless of their socio-economic status, have to obey the same law. No person can be discriminated against in the eyes of the law on the ground of race, color, religion, caste, or gender. This makes sense for non-discrimination and equality are two sides of the same coin.
Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation to this declaration and against any incitement to such discrimination. Article 7 ensures that all laws and policies are applied equally and do not have discriminatory effect. Public entities as well as courts and tribunals are required to treat all people equally when applying the law. It is required that the law themselves provide equal protection for everyone.
Good day, sir. I'm Joshua Barabat. Today, I'm going to recite Article 8. Article 8 states that everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunals for act violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. Article 8 is a qualified right. This means a public authority can sometimes interfere with your right to respect for private and family life if it's in the interest of the wider community or to protect other people's right. Private life has a broad meaning. It means you have the right to live your life with privacy and without interference by the state. Your sexuality, your body, personal identity, and how you look and dress, forming and maintaining relationship with other people, how your personal information is held and protected. Thank you.
Good day, sir. My name is Maruya Adrian, and today I'm gonna recite the Article 8. Article 8 states that everyone has the right to have an effective remedy by the competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. These rights means that the media and others can be prevented from interfering in your life. It also means that personal information about you, including official records, photographs, letters, diaries, and medical records, should be kept securely and not shared without your permission except in certain circumstances.
Good day, sir. I am John Louis T. Ayaw, Bachelor of Science in Criminology 2, Section Alpha. So, I am reciting the Article 9, which is, no one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest or detention, exile.
So arbitrary arrest means it is the arrest of an individual in a case which is there are no likelihood or evidence that they are committed crime in a legal stature, or in which there are no proper due process of a law or order. So for example, there are one thief and he saw her brother enter the house and he charged stealing. Her brother called the police or PNP to arrest the person. So in the court proceeding, the guilty or the subject are not guilty because her brother saw no evidence, no likelihood, and due to no proper due process of a law or order. So thank you, that's all.
Good day, sir. I'm Glenn Sorosingo from Section Alpha, reciting the Article 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Article 9 of the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights decrees that no one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. That is, no individual, regardless of circumstances, is to be deprived of their liberty or exiled from their country without having first committed an actual criminal offense. Arbitrary detention or arrest occurs when someone is held against their will or without a valid reason to believe they have broken the law. Any proof to the contrary or in accordance with established legal or administrative procedures, most people who are detained without cause are not given a reason for being arrested and are not shown the arrest warrant. Depending on the social context, several of these people or even all of them might be imprisoned and arrested with their whereabouts keep a secret from their friends, family, and broader public, and open trial courts.
Good morning, sir. My name is Nelmark Matalandang. Today I will going to recite the Article 9. Article 9 says that no one shall be subjected an arbitrary arrest or detention or exile. Or sa madaling salita, kung isasalin sa Tagalog, walang sinuman ang isa sa ilalim sa hindi makatuwirang pag-aaresto o pagtatapon. Based on my understanding and my opinion, the critical element in implying verdict to an innocent person obscures under the trial by jury, which means that as only a trust-seeking mechanism and a means of achieving fairness. According to Thomas Jefferson, I consider trial by jury as the only anchor yet imagined by man. Thank you.
I am Via Noreen S. Wata, and today I am going to explain what is Article 10. Article 10, everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligation of any criminal charge against him. So, example of Article 10. This includes the right to life, the right to a fair trial, freedom from torture and other cruel and inhuman treatment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom to health, education, and an adequate standard of living.
My name is Fatima Salahuddin, and today I am going to explain what is Article 10. Article 10. Everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligations and of any criminal charge against him. Everyone has the right to be treated fairly, efficiently, and effectively by the administration of justice or the right to due process. Example, right to life, liberty, personal security, freedom from slavery, freedom from torture, and degrading treatment, right to recognition as a person before the law.
I am Junjun Bigan Maitan, and I am going to explain what is Article 10. Article 10. Everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of the rights and obligation and of any criminal charge against him. So everybody has the right to express themselves freely. This freedom must include the ability to express ideas freely across national boundaries without intervention from the government and to hold opinions.